We are live, yeah? Yep. I guess we are. Go. Hero Quest game system. Here we go. God, I do not have a lot of time. I have like 20 minutes. Start that thing. All right, 1 minute. 1 minute. That's a 1 minute. The adventure. High adventure. What does it say? High adventure in a world of magic. It's a very thick box, too. Instead of a skinny, long box, it is a thick, fat box. Why did that ad start over? Alrighty then. What is this? What is that? Oh, it's the box. I was like, what is that in the camera there? It's the box. What's in the box? All right. Getting ready to rock and roll here. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sir Mr. Clean, and we're back with another unboxing video. This time, the base Hero Quest game system. If you've been watching some of my unboxing videos recently, you will have noticed I've been doing some of the expansions because the base game is like 120 bucks. And so I had been kind of waiting until it went on sale to pick it up. I have the original from back from the like late 80s, early 90s, but this is the first time I'm owning the new re-released from Avalon Hill and Hasbro HeroQuest game system. I managed to find it on sale for $109 on Amazon, and I decided to pick it up. We are going to open this guy up and see what's inside. As you've heard in previous videos, this game holds a special place in my heart. My brother and I played the crap out of this. We would make our own quests. We would play on our bedroom floor when we were kids. We had both of the expansions at the time, Keller's Keep and Return of the Witch Lord, which have also been quote-unquote remastered and re-released, in addition to a bunch of other expansions. And I am very much hoping to dive in with my kids, maybe, and maybe my brother and brother-in-law, like a few folks that I know close to me. I'd love to be able to dive in with them and see what's up. But let's first off, let's open this thing. It's a big box. It's a heavy box. It's bigger than the original. All right, I'm going to put this over here. Give us a little bit of a backdrop. There we go. All right, so the first thing we see when we open this guy is the logo with what seems to be a plastic tray. My guess is this is a good number of the miniatures. What nice packaging. Oh, what nice packaging you have. And of course, everything starts to fall over as soon as I put it down. All right. Okay, so on this we have all of the miniatures. I don't know if I'm going to open this, or should I? Maybe I should, just so you can see some of them. It's pretty well packed in here. This is it's a pretty tight package. There we go. All right, so plastic casing for all of our why? There. For all of our miniatures, wrapped in a piece, 2 pieces of cardboard. So we'll hold on to those down here. All right, so we've got our dice. We've got our 2 movement dice. We've got our hit dice, which are 6, and they have, you know, skulls and shields on them. I kind of showed these off in the other one of the other expansions that came with some die. So that looks pretty freaking cool. And then we have the heroes. They're all in red. So we've got the wizard, the elf. I like how they kind of mix and match classes and races. There's a dwarf and the barbarian. And then there are tons of enemies. Some of the coolest ones, obviously, is a gargoyle. This is the first game I owned that had miniatures. It's pretty cool. So all these miniatures have been redone. This is what was called, in the original game, I'm pretty sure this was a femur, but this looks like a fish person. So they made some changes there. And then they had Chaos Warriors, which I think that's what these are. But these guys look way cooler, and they have like capes and stuff. So we've got some Chaos Warriors. We've got some orcs. We've got goblins. We've got... What are these? Are these orcs too? I think these might be just a different type of orc. So yeah, I think these are all orcs too. So we have a bunch of different types of orcs, which is cool, and 2 different types of goblins. We have mummies. We have mummies, we have zombies, and then skeletons. And if this is all the miniatures, I don't think this is all of them. I think there might be another thing of miniatures in here. Because this is not... It says it comes with 70 miniatures. I'm guessing there's more miniatures underneath. So I'm going to set these on the ground for a second while we start digging into everything else. All right, so we've got this little packed up package of deals here. I'm guessing this is our quest book. Some pop-outs, like the staircase, some walls. We've got the Game Master screen. Let's go ahead and open this. There we go. This thing is very well packaged up. Very well packaged up. Which is very nice. It's very nice. Good quality for the cost. Very good quality. All right, so here is our quest book, which has all, I think there were 14 or 16 quests in the main game. Let's see, that's 14. Yeah, there's 14 quests, and then there's a page where you can, like, with an empty map, so you can make your own, which is pretty rad. And then we got our rule book. And then we got some pop-outs, right? So we got some pit traps. We got some falling rock traps. We got an icon that I don't know what it is yet. Some skulls for life tracking. Some blocks and a staircase. And then we also have our game screen, which looks to be very... I think it's identical to the original game screen. It has like a little cheat sheet here with the monster chart, so I don't have to look up all the monsters' movement and attack dice and defend dice and all that stuff. We can just do it right there from the back of the game screen. And then next, I believe, is going to be the board. I'm going to set this on top of the minis. So then we have the board, which is massive. Did they make the board bigger? I can't tell if it's actually bigger or not. It might be slightly bigger. This looks bigger than the original board. It's a pretty good sized board, though, if you look at that. That is nuts. It's a huge board. Huge board.
Pop goes the Jeffy, cause a Jeffy go pop.
What's up, bro? Yep, folds in 4 instead of 2. It is a big board. Throw those away. And then I think this is the other set of minis. All right, so now the next part is, the last part here, is I believe the rest of the minis. So I'm gonna set the box on the floor. And we're gonna flip this guy over. This goes on our other minis. And then, yep, okay, cool. So this is the rest of the minis, which, so I don't think there's as many enemies in the form of minis as there were in the original game. Because it, like, there's only 4 skeletons, and I feel like I remember there being like 8 skeletons in the original game. But that's okay. It's pretty rare that you used all the minis in every scenario anyway. All right, so this one has a lot of the furniture. So it has things like this sorcerer table. This is way heavier than the original. Then there's a rack. There's like a chair. Looks like there might only be one chair though. There's a fireplace. There's a tomb, weapon rack. Looks like a alchemist table, a couple of regular tables, some rats, some treasure chests, some bookcases and cupboards, and then a whole bunch of doors. And it looks like there's a mix of closed doors and open doors. There's a whole bunch of doors and open doors right here. Then we have a huge amount of character sheets. And these all look the same as the original character sheets. And a lot of the expansions come with character sheets as well. So I don't think you'll have any trouble with the amount of character sheets. And then we have our cards. These are all the cards. All right, so the cards range from treasure. So when you search for treasure in the rooms, you get a random card that is treasure. There are, after the treasure, I believe there are spells. Yep. So we have treasure. We have spells, and this should have all four. So we have air, fire, earth, and water, and then dread spells, which are the bad guy spells. There's a lot of dread spells. And then we have, after all the spells, I believe we have equipment. Yep. So we have all of our equipment, and this is the stuff that you either start with or you can purchase at the weapon and armor shop. There's also a few items in here that are considered equipment. Shield, short sword, toolkit. Oh, and then there's yeah. So that's all the equipment. And then you have artifacts, which are very special pieces of equipment that you find throughout your travels. So there's quite a few artifacts in the game. Different types of weapons and armor and items and things like that to use. And then there's your monster cards. And so, yeah, so the Chaos Warrior is now a Dread Warrior. The Femur is now Femur is now an Abomination, which looks kind of like a shark, like a fish guy. Like I said, we have a gargoyle, we have a goblin, we have a mummy, we have an orc, we have a skeleton, a zombie, and then we have our hero cards. So we have the barbarian, the elf, the wizard, and the dwarf. And then I think we also have like little cheat sheet cards, like on your turn, how do you do movement, stuff like that. So very good. That is everything. Yeah, so there's less monster minis in this new version than I thought there would be. But including all the furniture, there is still over 70 miniatures in this game. And then, like I said, all the expansions come with more monsters, additional heroes, just a ton of stuff. So with my initial game, with my 2 expansions, with the base game, I have a lot of content to get through already. So very excited about that. So yeah, that's it for me. That's Hero Quest. I'm excited to dive into the game. I think the amount of value that you get out of this game is pretty awesome for its cost, and especially for the expansions cost. So once you have the base game, either this full game or the light game, I forgot the actual name of it. It's something light, but it's a light starter version. It has the miniatures for the characters, but it has cardboard standees for the monsters, and that's how they were able to bring the price down. I think I got it for 30 or 40 bucks. But you need one of those two things to play the base game. And each one has a completely different quest book, which is really cool because it just gives you a whole bunch of extra content. Oh, First Light is what it's called. And then, yeah, the rest of the expansions just add on to it. So I'm really excited to dive in and see what else this thing has to offer. But thank you for hanging with me. I had to make this as quick as possible because I have to leave here in a few minutes. But thanks for following, subscribing, doing all the good stuff. If you like this kind of content, keep it here. I'm eventually going to own all of the Hero Quest expansions, so I will be reviewing or doing unboxings of all of them. And then maybe we'll start actually playing and doing some reviews on the gameplay and how things ended up, and maybe even do some live sessions. So keep it here if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next video. Alrighty. Hero Quest. Yeah, this is pretty sick. I'm really excited to get back into it. I think I'm more excited about this than just about anything. Than D&D or Frosthaven even at this point. All right, so throw those in here. Got our books. Put this on top. I don't think I need any of this other stuff, so I should be good to throw away a lot of it. Pop this guy on. It snaps into place pretty nice. Yeah, I'm actually stopping. I'm going to go see Sam because she's working. I'm going to go stop there and grab a Chicago dog. I'm going to leave right now, or here in a few minutes, and stop by there. It's not really stopping by because it's completely out of my way. But I should hopefully be back at your place by 5:15. Goes back together. Oh, so nice. Why'd you ask? Do you want something? Do you wanna? I can grab you a hot dog too, or I can grab you. They have burgers. They're not amazing burgers. Or like chicken fingers. They have like a chicken finger basket with fries. What's on that? Peppers, like hot peppers, and a pickle. I think it's the best thing they have. But that's because I like Chicago dogs. If you don't like Chicago dogs, then you're not going to think that's the best thing they have. Okay. Will do. Will do. See you in a little bit.